Hey guys, remember when I was doing VEDA and I was posting every day and then I forgot to do that over a few days? So one of those reasons is I went to LA and I was just having fun in LA and forgot to VEDA. The reason I was in LA was for the Festival of Books, so I thought today I would do a haul of what I got at the Festival of Books. So this is a book I saw and it's a kid's book, but it's called Professor Astrocat's Frontiers of Space. And I just really liked the illustrations and the graphics. I guess they'd be more like it. Once I opened it and started reading it, I thought they just broke down Earth and space science really well, and I really liked the illustrations and how they used them to display the information. So I thought, being an earth science person, this would just be a cool book to have. I kind of want to like teach a concept just using the graphics from this book. So next things all come from the same booth. First is this Beyond Belief retro kind of comic book cover or retro book cover. And this is from the Thrilling Adventure Hour, which is an old-timey radio show storytelling podcast that I love. And Beyond Belief is one of the stories there. And I saw that, I was like, Thrilling Adventure Hour, that's so awesome. And so the artist is Mike Collins. And he does have an Etsy, I believe the Etsy is Tiki Machine, or at least that's his Twitter. But he said that this week he's releasing one like this for Sparks, Nevada. And so I'm totally all over that. Also, he said that this is Blacker and Acker approved, and those are the creators of Thrilling Adventure Hour, so that's super awesome. I just thought this looked really cool. Also from that booth, I picked up these David Tennant pins, and same artist. I have actually like a postcard size of this David Tennant that I picked up last year at that booth, but I just liked it in pen size, and these pins were only $1, and so I thought that was a pretty good deal for some pretty cute pins. Because I had purchased the Thrilling Adventure Hour print, he said I could get a special button, so I could choose between I am under onus to you or you're under onus to me, and I picked the you're under onus to me free button. Let's continue on to books. So one of the books that I have already read was Lock In by John Scalzi, and I went to his panel again this year. This panel was moderated by Will Wheaton, and John Scalzi and Will Wheaton have such a good relationship. That was a great panel. They said interesting things, they said funny things, so all around it was good. I once again got signed, this time just Liz, don't get locked in, John Scalzi. Really glad to have that book now and have it signed. This is a free book I got from purchasing Locked In. It's Red Moon by Benjamin Percy, and I don't know, Stephen King can't stop thinking about it, and I read the back and it seemed interesting, so yay, free books. So another panel I went to was YA graphic novels, and it was a great panel. It happened to be all female graphic novelists, but I think that was awesome, and they didn't like make it like women in the graphic novels, but they did address that issue in a lot of these artists will go to conventions and they're only recognized as women or diverse and never like actually just talking about their art. So they did a lot of just talking about their art, and really the women question wasn't brought up. I think it was the last question in the panel. So that was really refreshing, and I thought everyone on the panel was great, and it made me want to buy their books, and then I got their books signed. First, Jillian and Mariko Tamaki were both on the panel, and they're cousins, and they wrote This One Summer. And just from talking on the panel, I was like, hey, I want to pick that up and read it. They also are, because they're Canadian, they said they had Canadian references. So when they signed the book, find the Canada. So really excited to read this, and I probably will read it in the summertime because I heard it's a good summertime read. Also on that panel was Hope Larson, and I have read this version of Wrinkle in Time, and I always had the question of why it was all in blue. And so when I had her sign the book, I was like, I'm just wondering, why did you pick all blue? Because there are some color references in Wrinkle of Time, and I just thought it was interesting that she picked all blue. Turns out that it was for the printing. She could only pick one color, so she picked blue because she thought it worked, and I was like, thank you. Like, all my questions have been answered. She signed this one too. The last person on the panel was Noelle Stevenson, co-writer of Lumberjanes, and I've read the first few issues and I really need to catch up, but I really like Lumberjanes, and I just liked her on the panel. She was adorable, and I like immediately followed her on Twitter and was like, yes, why wasn't I following you like way before? So her new book that actually isn't out yet, but they did have for sale at the festival to get signed, is Pneumonia. I just said that wrong. Pneumonia? Yeah. that sounds right. I picked this up, I'm really excited to read it, and once again, because it's Book Fest, it is now signed to me. That's all of the books I got, and I got one last thing, was jewelry made from books. I just really like this jewelry, and I needed some more jewelry just to kind of spice up my wardrobe, especially for teaching. I got 3 kind of these square earrings. These have like maps on it, and I'm like all about maps, so I was like, yes, I need these. Then I got ones that were green. Then this print, which I believe was from a Reader's Digest book. I think that's what they told me, but I just like the print. These are all from Yes and Yes Designs, and I think they said they had it at Etsy, but it was pretty limited supply on the Etsy. And lastly from that, I got this key necklace. It's like a long chain necklace that I thought would look really good with most outfits I wear, and it's blue, and I really like blue. Those are all the things I got from the festival. Like I said, it was a really great festival this year, and all the panels we went to were fantastic. Other panels we went to were UCB doing a live reading of Swingers. Notable people who were there was Kate Micucci, half of Garfunkel and Oates, Thomas Middleditch of Silicon Valley fame, and Ben Schwartz, who I most know him from Parks and Rec as Gene Ralphio. And another panel I didn't talk about was a panel with cartoonists. They were talking about cartoonish books they've written about their lives, and it was kind of a downer panel because it was all pretty tragic, but it was a really interesting panel, and they were really funny, and they were kind of an older author generation where all the other panels I went to were younger, so it was just kind of interesting to see a different perspective and see another little section of the festival that I hadn't really seen before. That is my VEDA Day 20 video. Hope to get back on track now that I'm not gallivanting around LA and USC.